Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZLN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Phoenix Suns tonight. Guys, what can I say? This was a disappointing loss by the Los Angeles Lakers. There's no other way of sugarcoating it. I mean, it was a game where the Lakers lost badly. That's what they did. They gave up on this game tonight against the Suns. Obviously, when you have uh, a team that has all of their star players back, with Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, it's just obvious that the Lakers were not ready to beat a team like that. And it just really seemed at that particular moment that Lakers basically gave up. And it's a sad reality. And, I just have to say, it was disgraceful. It was disgraceful. I have to say it when it comes down to it. And it's got a comment here from Daniel Sports Highlights. Bad loss, yo. Yeah, yes, it was. It was a bad loss when it comes down to it. I mean, it should have went in a whole different way. It should have been competitive, but unfortunately, we did not see that from any sort of from Los Angeles Lakers until the fourth quarter. But it's still, even the fourth quarter just wasn't enough, and it seemed that with the effort in the fourth quarter, the Lakers were not just going to win it in that particular moment. So, and most of that comeback in the fourth quarter came from our second unit, and not just from our second unit, our two-way players. That's just a sad reality. You know, LeBron didn't step up. Anthony Davis. I mean, the fact that none of them put up 20 points told you right there the Lakers were not going to win it. It just said it's just the reality. And the only efforts that we saw were from our two-way players. I mean, from Skylar May. We just signed him a couple of days ago to a two-way contract, and even Dalton Windler. So he's the guy that averaged 23. What was it, 33 or 23 rebounds? Uh, setting a record in G League history. So with that, Lakers obviously saw that talent from him, and rightfully so. I mean, let's see what he's made of on the NBA level. And obviously tonight, he put up numbers, or I guess not really numbers, but it was mainly uh, Skylar May who put up 12 points out there tonight, went 2 of 2 from the three, and went 5 of 6 from the field. So kudos to him having a great night, even though it was during garbage time. But showing effort for the Lakers when the others weren't. Other than maybe D'Angelo Russell, who put up 19 points, led the Lakers tonight with scoring with 19 points out there, went 3 of 7 from the three. But, just overall, guys, Lakers just it didn't seem like they wanted to be in the game. They didn't want to play. And it was just a sad reality of the situation, what we had to deal with. And I think now the Lakers are out of the 500 at this particular moment, I think. Let me just check the standings. And for those of you who are joining me right now, please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell and follow me all across social media. I really appreciate if you guys show me the love, support. I really appreciate, you guys' love, support. I mean, it's just so overwhelming. You guys show me the love and appreciation, and I continue to go give you guys all the news, updates, speculations about the Los Angeles Lakers when they win and most of the time when they lose. So it's a community. It's a community that we all have to really share, when it comes to everything about the Los Angeles Lakers. So I really appreciate it, and thank you all for following me all across social media. I really appreciate it. Let's get into more. Let me see the standings. After this, Lakers are still within the 10th seed in the Western Conference. I mean, they didn't drop down, but they are 19 and 20 as their record. So, It is a sad reality, but at the same time, they were facing a better team. With the obviously the returns of all of their, as I said, their star players from the Suns. I mean, it was just destined the Lakers were going to potentially lose the game with the slump that they have been on since the NBA in-season tournament. So, and as you can see from the title of the video, trades are happening. Trades are coming very soon. So, it's just the reality of the situation where the Lakers are potentially are going to do, and I hope they do it very, very soon because if the Lakers keep this up, there's could be a chance, and I hope it doesn't reach that. Lakers will potentially not be in the playoffs if they just keep this up. If they keep this up, the Lakers will not be in the playoffs. And if at most they can at least be in the play-in, but at the 10th seed. That's like the best moment of where the team stands at this particular moment. So it is a sad reality. It is, and that's all I have to say when it comes down to that. But it is what it is. That's why I'm hoping that trades will happen very, very soon. So let's get into the team stats out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers as a team. The Lakers shot 50% from the field, comparing to the Suns 49% from the field. Then when you look at the surprisingly the threes Lakers made, Lakers were the better shooting team out there tonight, even though they struggled from the first, second, and third. Most of that, let me just say this: most of the shooting from the Lakers came from our two-way players. That's why it's so high. But throughout the game, if you notice, Lakers were not shooting that well in the first, second, even you make the argument the third quarter. So, the best thing that came out of the Lakers in this game was their fourth quarter effort, which obviously it was just wasn't enough for them to get over the hump. So, and most of that came from our two-way players. So that just tells you right there the effort and D'Angelo Russell also stepping in. Just those are the only guys that really, I guess, wanted to be show some effort in this game. Obviously, no LeBron effort, no Anthony Davis effort, and just in general, the starting lineup were just a no show, other than maybe the second unit. But most of that came from garbage time. They were just building up stats. So don't read too much into the stats and how well certain players play from on paper. But when you look at the fourth quarter situation, it's where the Lakers really, I guess, show what they were made of. But it just wasn't enough, and by a mile. So with that, so just looking at that, it was just the percentage free throw points, sorry, 3 pointers. It was a set, it's just an outlier. I mean, Lakers were not the better shooting team. Most of that came from the fourth quarter. But when you look at the rebounding, obviously Lakers were out rebounded by the Suns, and when you look at the defensive effort, uh, still the Lakers they had 8 steals to the Suns 12, but they did manage to beat the Suns in blocks 4-3 though, but they had 18 turnovers. So that was a struggle there when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers in that particular area. So it was just disappointing loss that the Lakers suffered tonight, a blowout loss against the Phoenix Suns. So and looking at the player stats at this particular moment, I mean, it was a poor performance from our starting lineups. Especially from LeBron James. LeBron James was just not feeling it. Not showing his effort out there tonight. It was pretty disappointing to see from you know from you know from sorry guys, hold on. Sorry about that. I guess All right, sorry about that. Anyway, so when you look at just the um, sorry guys, just a second. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, when you look at the starting lineups, the starting lineups were pretty disappointing, as I said. I mean, obviously, no show for LeBron James tonight, putting up only 10 points, went 3 of 11 from the field, and managed to not shoot well out there tonight. Went 0 4 from the three, but he managed to give us 5 rebounds and 9 assists out there tonight. Just overall, really, I mean, it was not the best performance out of LeBron James when it came down to it. I mean, it's just pretty disappointing from LeBron's efforts out there tonight. And then when you look at Anthony Davis, who put up 40 points in the last game, but managed to not show up in this game, to be honest, having 13 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 0 of 2 from the three, and having 5 rebounds, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. But you know, I guess all the energy that he put up against Toronto a couple of days ago just overwhelmed him, I guess. So when it came down to that, it was just a sad reality of the situation where there was just not a lot of effort, and it seemed like the players tonight didn't want to be in this game. So that kind of tells you that a trade obviously needs to happen. There's no other way of denying it. It has to. It has to happen very soon because the Lakers just keep this up. If they keep this up, they will just continue to not be a good contender, a playoff contender in the Western Conference. So, and they could potentially not make the playoffs in that particular uh, situation that they're on. So, it's just a bad, sad reality of where we're at right now as Lakers as the Lakers right now. So, then you look at Austin Reeves, obviously same, put up 13 points, went 2 of 3 from the three, and had 6 assists out there tonight. But he had a solid shooting night on his part, but it was just not enough, and just didn't see a lot of effort on his part out there tonight. But he did his best, I guess. So when it came down to it, but Torian Prince and Cam Reddish, they continue to be disappointing. And even though Cam Reddish only played for 8 minutes and he did leave the game, so there's some concerns that maybe his presence in the game maybe was the reason why that the Lakers didn't win this game. So we can make the argument of that, but I'm not really going to read too much into that because maybe he's just obviously dealing with a lot of injuries. So that also played a big role of him leaving the game. So you know that just sucks on his part. But at the same time, I mean, you know, I don't think he would have made a huge difference if he would have played throughout the game. But you know, it's just a sad reality of, and also missing his defense was also a big problem for this Lakers team. So, especially for a guy who, in the past, when we were facing the Suns, he's known for being a good guard, defensive guard. Against Kevin Durant. There was times that he was guarding some of our bigs. So, but when it came down to it, he was just his presence, out there was obviously needed defensively, but it was just the situation where things you know didn't go well for him. That's why he had to leave the game. So let's talk about the second unit. Obviously, when you look at Jarred Vanderbilt, he only put up 6 points, but I have to say his defensive effort was very helpful for the Lakers when it came down to the third and the fourth quarter. He was all over the place. Even though the Lakers were losing, it just seemed that he wanted to show a lot of energy and show a lot of his presence in the game. So it really showed that he wanted to be in this game. but at the same time, when the Lakers are still losing the game, his presence, even though it was there and his effort was there, which I liked, it was just not going to be uh, a big part of the Lakers, not you know winning the game still. So he did his best defensively. We have to give him credit for that. D'Angelo Russell, as I said, he led the Lakers tonight in scoring, had 19 points, went 3 of 7 from the three, and had 6 assists and 2 steals out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. Um, you know, I guess he was the only one that wanted to, I guess, play better in this game, but I think most of his effort came from garbage time. So, we can obviously put that into consideration, but at the same time, he was the only one that really putting up the numbers tonight, led the Lakers tonight at the 19 points out there tonight. Then you look at Max Christie, obviously during coverage time, putting up 14 points, 1 of 3 from the three, and have 7 rebounds. Then Jackson Hayes played, so that tells you right there the Lakers were obviously losing, so they just put out their players that were not part of the rotation, players that were obviously on two-way contracts, as I mentioned in my beginning of the live stream. You know, with with Skylar May, and obviously with uh, Dayton, no Dalton, maybe not Dalton. My fault, guys. Wandler. So obviously having those guys part of you know in the game, with the Lakers losing the game, it was just obvious that you got the rest of all the top rotational players and just have players that were not part of the rotation and just have them play. So, um, yeah, I mean, other than that, guys, and you had Jalen Hood playing, just that right there tells you that Lakers are were losing the game. I mean, they were blown out. So you just had to have the players build stats and all that. So, but yeah, guys, I mean, there's no positivity to really talk, when it comes to the Lakers and their struggle as of late. It is something that needs to be fixed, and trades are needed to happen. And if the Lakers keep it up, we could see trades happening maybe before the trade deadline. So, and we're reaching the point. We're getting very close for trades, and especially trade interest the Lakers have with certain players. So, if you want to be in the know about everything that goes down when it comes to Los Angeles Lakers, please make sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. So please do so. I really appreciate it, especially about trades that are going to be coming up very, very soon. Um, there has been a lot of trades out there, when it comes to um, Lakers are obviously targeting. There's some players that are that could be a huge fit for the Lakers. Obviously, we think about, for me, I think about DeJounte Murray from the Atlanta Hawks. And there's also another guy that's on the team. His name escapes me at the moment, but he's not, he's also on the Hawks. But there's also been talks of reports that, the Lakers, there's a good there's a path for the Lakers to make a trade for DeJounte Murray. And, obviously, all teams want Austin Reeves as part of the trade. And the Lakers are saying, no, he's off limits. But, you know, the Atlanta Hawks could potentially say, we can sweeten the pot. We can add some more players that you obviously want. And, in return, you can give us Austin Reeves. So, the Lakers are playing. They have the leverage. They have the leverage when it comes to other teams asking for Austin Reeves for this particular player. So, and me personally, this is just coming from me. I think, you know, trading Austin Reeves, it's good the Lakers are keeping him off the table, because you only trade Austin Reeves as part of a trade package if it's for a all-star caliber player. And don't get me wrong, you know, DeJounte Murray is a guy that I really like. He has the capabilities of being a huge fit on this Lakers team. He brings his defense, he brings his scoring, and his average like 20 points per game and shoots around like what 36 or 37%. I mean, solid. I mean, not elite shooting, but defense is really important for this team. And obviously, they need to look for one when it comes to a guard who can play defense, and that's DeJounte Murray. There's also another guy, Alex Caruso, former Laker for the Chicago Bulls. He is a guy that obviously another defensive guard that the Lakers could potentially look for. And so far, right now, we don't have one. We don't really have one. D'Angelo Russell loses his starting job, and right now, whoever is playing the point guard for the Lakers, obviously, I think it's LeBron. So, and maybe that's why like LeBron has been in decline for almost a couple of games now, probably since D'Angelo Russell got benched. So it can also play a big role into how big of a slump that LeBron has been playing so far, especially for him only putting up 10 points in the game. Kind of explains it. But at the same time, you know, I don't obviously shows, and obviously the Lakers need to find a point guard, find a combo guard, and DeJounte Murray fits that description. I think you should pursue somebody like that. There's also another guy. There's also like a Jordan Clarkson, who, even though he's more of a shooting guard, he can obviously be a guy the Lakers could look for to potentially be a good fit next to LeBron and just be part of the starting lineup if that is a possibility. But once again, trades that are out there, when it comes to a big game changers for the Lakers to turn their season around, has to involve Austin Reeves in trades. And at this moment, I would rather keep Austin Reeves because he's a really good asset to the team. And but at the same time, when you want to better the team and turn your season around for the better, you have to include him. You have to include him, and that's a sad reality. But if the Lakers can find a trade out there that's reasonable, that obviously has a good value to the team, then they should pursue it. They should pursue it. So, uh, at most, if I have to give up Austin Reeves in a trade, it has to be for an All Star. It has to be for an All Star. That's the only way that I would say yes on this particular trade. And the player that's out there that I think the Lakers should target, even though I don't think it's going to happen, but it's out there. I saw a lot of reports out there that are not legitimate, but there's trade rumors. But Donovan Mitchell has been in the conversation for potentially Lakers pursuing and allowing if somehow that's their final line. If you want Austin Reeves, give us this person, give us that person. So, it is the reality of the situation where the Lakers are obviously doing their doing their homework and making sure that they get a huge value if they somehow do include Austin Reeves in a trade. So that's why Zach LaVine is in the conversation, but I think it's obviously died down for these past couple of weeks because of his trade value and how much his contract costs. So not a lot of teams are buying on that opportunity to potentially use him or target him in the trade. So, uh, but they are looking at Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan. Those are the guys as well. Even looking at Andre Drummond, at the center position, because obviously his center position is obviously needed as well. So, you know, there's other trades. I can't really think of at the top of my head at the moment, but oh, there's another guy actually who I think maybe the Lakers can obviously pull off a trade without including Austin Reeves, and that player is Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier of the Charlotte Hornets. He could be a guy the Lakers could potentially look at to potentially, make a trade for. He would be a perfect fit, in my opinion, at the point guard position. He brings scoring to the offensive side of the ball. And I think last time I checked, I can check his stats right now. When it came down to it, he has the capability of really, you know, taking control of the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Lakers as our third option. I think he would be the best third option for the Lakers if it goes that route. I mean, so far this season, he's averaging 24 points a game, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, and shooting around 37% from the three. So he has the capability of shooting and playing better, being the scorer offensively. And I think he can bring that to the table for the Los Angeles Lakers. And for the past couple of games, he lets it up. Just seeing the numbers, it's just amazing. Against Chicago a couple of weeks ago, put up 39 points, averaging against the Suns in December of last year. Putting up 42 points against them. It just tells you right there that he could be a huge value to this Lakers team and averaging career highs. I mean, 24, as I said. So Terry Rozier, the Lakers can obviously pull off a trade with the uh, Charlotte Hornets without including Austin Reeves. I think it can obviously work out for the Lakers for sure. So he's out there. He's out there that maybe the Lakers could potentially pursue, but it's a long shot. And I saw a couple of trade rumors, articles that obviously include, you know, Terry Rozier as a top target if the Lakers do decide to pursue. So, you know, he's on that list. So there's a lot of ways the Lakers could potentially improve this roster and turn their season around. As I mentioned, they're out there, and obviously the Lakers just have to make sure that they get it right because we need to turn the season around for the better and become a uh, you know uh, you know a playoff contender. Once again. So with that, guys, I really want to know your thoughts and your opinions about this Lakers loss against the Suns. Tell me what you think, what went wrong for the Lakers, and also give me your thoughts about potential trades that's out there that the Lakers should potentially pursue. Do you think they should go with DeJounte Murray from the Atlanta Hawks, or do you think they should look at Alex Caruso and DeMar DeRozan type of trade? Jordan Clarkson, or maybe a Terry Rozier. I personally think I like Terry Rozier. I think he'll be a good fit for this Los Angeles Lakers team at the point guard position and just bring that offensive style of play and, bring the shooting with 37% from the three, as I mentioned. So he's somebody that I think maybe the Lakers could potentially look at. Um, I'm trying to think about some other trades, but I can't really think of the top of my head because there's not a lot of trade interest that's out there for us to be thinking about. But those are the names that are out there in this sports realm, when it comes to surrounding the Lakers and trade rumors. So those are the guys. But Terry Rozier, for me, really comes to mind. Unless the Lakers package a huge deal to get, Donovan Mitchell, that would be amazing. If Lakers do that, we will obviously be contenders right away. With his presence and him being part of the lineup with LeBron and Anthony Davis. It doesn't matter if he's like the second or third option. Whenever given moment, if LeBron James is sitting out or Anthony Davis, we're going to rely on him. To obviously be our scorer and be our leader of the team. So that's my hope. And just real quick before I end this live stream, let me see his stats, which obviously was something that kind of inspires maybe us to think about when it comes to Lakers potentially target and putting everything on the table for. I mean, just tonight, put up 45 points against against the Brooklyn Nets, and that's somebody that he obviously put up some big numbers against, and average went 4 of 12 from the three, had 12 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals. So he has the capability of really being a guy that you can obviously rely on when LeBron and Anthony Davis are sitting out. So you know everything on the table. If you package a deal for D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, potential maybe 2 future first round picks, maybe second round picks as well to get Donovan Mitchell. Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Those are worthy type of trades to make. But when it comes to DeJounte Murray and Zach LaVine, you don't include Austin Reeves in those particular trades. Trades like Donovan Mitchell are worthy of packaging deal with Austin Reeves. So that's just me. And I think maybe the Lakers will potentially maybe look at that, maybe ask around, call up the Cleveland Cavaliers and say, you know what, let's make a trade. If you want to, that would be great. But at this moment, it is the you know dreaming at the moment. But at the same time, it is something that maybe the Lakers would potentially look at for sure. So, but yeah, guys, I mean, I really appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. If you haven't yet, please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. So, if you haven't yet, please, just share all of my videos, my live stream all over social media, and let's continue to get the word out there for everyone to join ZLN on YouTube. And just subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Let's hope that maybe the Lakers will have a bounce back game. They'll be facing the Utah Jazz on Saturday. They basically had the similar record to the Lakers, but will the Lakers step up in that game again and have a bounce back? We just have to wait and see. Because if they lose against the Utah Jazz, then question marks for sure are going to be surrounding, not just the Lakers to make trades, but could be when it comes to Darvin Ham and his job security. That will be a huge problem right there if the Lakers don't, start to fix this team very, very soon. So, guys, we just have to wait and see, hopefully. So thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.